Hi everybody, Craig here. Welcome to the first episode of my second Age of Wonders 3 playthrough series. In this series, as you might have guessed from the title, I'm going to be playing as a human Theocrat. So let's go over the setup of this game before we dive in. So once again, we're going to be having the AI set to Emperor difficulty. We're going to play on a medium map size with land, normal game flow, and we're going to have 3 players, so myself plus 2 AI. We'll take a peek at the advanced settings. Once again, we're going to go with an outpost for our starting town, far starting distance, everything else default along with the default geography. We're going to have surface, underground, and also the Shadow Realm as part of the Shadow Realm mod expansion that I have installed. So let's kind of set this up as well. We're going to have teams once again, but this time we're going to have myself versus 2 Emperor AI. Last time we had myself and 3 Emperor AI, but it was a free-for-all game. That was in my Frostling Necromancer playthrough. In this instance, we're going to have me versus 2, so 1v2 Emperor AIs here. Let's look at the advanced settings real quick. We're going to do slow game speed, standard starting resources, few starting skills, no resurgence, normal defender strength, medium cosmic happenings. We're going to have 4 hero limit, 30 is the max level, and then we're going to have all these settings on. Importantly here, city founding, I'm going to turn this one on for this game. In my Frostling Necromancer playthrough, I actually had this option turned off, so for this one I thought it would be nice to try it with city founding enabled. Alright, let's get to picking our opposing heroes here. But before we do that, I'll introduce you to Castus the Unbroken, my human Theocrat. He has Adept and Master of Earth and Expander, so he is going to be the main character of this playthrough for me. So let's move on to the opponents for Castus here. I think we want something that's going to be particularly challenging and also kind of interesting for this playthrough. So let's see what we can come up with. A Dreadnought Frostling. Let's try that out. So we're going to have Bernhilda the Keeper, Creation Adept, and she's got Keeper of the Peace, Adept, and Master. That'll be tough for me dealing with machine units, I think. And then, so we've got a Dreadnought, so why don't we go with more of a magic-focused class, like maybe a Sorcerer or something like that. Let's try... Let's go classes. We'll have a Sorcerer, I think. That would be kind of a nice contrast. Saradas of House Iniok. I think we'll go with Saradas here. Adept of Air, Master of Air, and Destruction Adept, and a High Elf. So I think this will make this a very challenging game for me. So I stated this during my Frostling Necromancer playthrough, but Necromancer is 100% my favorite class in this game. So as you might imagine, it's what I've spent most of my playtime in Age of Wonders 3 playing. Therefore, I may be a little rusty when it comes to the classes that involve living units and dealing with morale and happiness and all of those things. So just bear with me as I play through. I may make some mistakes, but of course, feel free to leave comments, advice, pro tips, because that's how I get better, and that's also how we as a community for Age of Wonders 3 can kind of all benefit from learning opportunities. So again, I'm probably going to make some mistakes. Feel free to offer advice and criticism as need be. I won't be offended, obviously. So let's get into the game here. So let's see our starting stack. So we started with a tier 2 human foot guard and an outrider for our tier 2 units. These are both from the mod pack. The outrider can evolve into a knight just like our cavalry can. Let's see what our hero is. Ooh, a sorcerer hero. I will definitely take him. Eridace, Sin of Pride, a level 1 sorcerer. Let's take a peek at his talents real quick. Oh my, so he is He is an undying hero already, and he has Unholy Champion. We can actually... He's a heretic as well. So he's going to be vulnerable. Good thing he's going to be on our side. I suppose the lore of this character could be he's trying to make up for past sins by joining with a Theocrat to absolve himself of the sins against whatever god that he's transgressed against. That's kind of a nice hero to start with, actually. All right, so let's take a peek at our research. Actually, before we do that, let's take a peek at what spells we can cast. So we've got Prayer for the Hurt. The caster's units regenerate an additional +6 health each turn. Well, that's a nice one. I think we could start doing this one for sure once we have enough mana for it. And then we also have Transform Earth Node, of course. So in terms of what we start with researching, it is very nice to get these cherubs early, I think, to use as scouts and also just to kind of increase my forces. I also like getting this Order of Templar Knights, basically just improving the protection for my infantry and cavalry. But I think we'll start with Summon Cherub, because we really want to get some scouts going and have a little bit of extra reinforcement for our units. So I would like to start clearing out these structures. So why don't we start doing that? We'll figure out kind of what distribution we have. So we didn't get any ranged units in terms of archers or anything, but we'll group our heroes up. And I think we're going to want both our cavalry in, because our cavalry can evolve to tier 3 knights, which are going to be very strong. So we want to get them some experience, that's for sure. And you know what? It might be nice. We've got an infantry unit. It might be nice to also have, a pikeman unit as well in this stack. So I think that's what we'll do. And remember, this hero has Undying, so I think we're going to take advantage of that. So let's try this battle out and see how we do. So again, we have to remember that we have this recharging mana current, so if any of these units take damage, they're going to heal quite rapidly. So if we're going to do damage, we want to almost go in for the kill, or it's not really worth it in a sense. So why don't we... Boy, you know, we could kill off one of these wisps right away, which I think would probably be the best plan. So let's do that. And again, we can get kind of fast and loose with Eridus because of his Undying property here. So I'm very familiar with that, obviously, having played as a Necromancer. So we will take full advantage of that. And I would like to also protect my leader here and just make sure. Let's get a little bit of experience there. So got us some XP. Obviously that damage is going to be healed, but now I'm curious as to what they decide to do. Yeah, I suspected they would come and attack my hero. Once again, he can be a perfect sacrifice thanks to his Undying. So why don't we... Can we get around for a nice flanking attack? I think we can if we use sprint. So let's do a flanking charge. There we go. And while we're at it, why don't we bring in our standard cavalry for another charge. There we go. Now, Eridus is probably going to die, but that's okay. We'll basically use him as once again, as kind of a sacrifice, so we'll just send in our other units around. And that's totally fine because he will come right back, essentially. Now, again, I want to do as much damage as I can here, so why don't we... If you want to do a charge attack, there's a way you can do this. You essentially move your unit around and then use up its movement, but also kind of each movement is like a part of getting ready for the charge. So then you can come in and deliver a charge, turn them around, and then deliver a nice flanking attack that way. And then we'll actually be able to come in with our units there. And then we will do basically the same thing with these guys. And then we'll deliver a nice charge attack for the kill. Now, of course, every time he revives after that Undying, he's going to have less health. He's going to be injured, but again, for these initial battles, we can really take advantage of that. I got extremely lucky that that's the hero I started the game with, so I'm definitely not going to complain about that. We'll send one of our units up to do a little bit of exploring, grab that gold. In terms of what we're going to produce, we're going to definitely start with a builder's hall, I think. Yeah, that's the plan. We're going to start with a builder's hall, get our production going. So we need to defeat our two opponents. They're going to be able to win together. We want to protect our leader and our throne, obviously, as always. It's pretty standard across all games, no matter the game type. So let's do another battle here. And once again, we're really going to try and level up, in particular, our Theocrat hero. And then we're also going to focus on getting experience for our two cavalry units to try to be able to evolve them into tier 3 units, because that's going to give us a pretty tremendous advantage if we can press that early. You saw, hopefully, if you've watched my Frostling Necromancer playthrough, you saw how powerful it was to have tier 3 and eventually tier 4 units well before your opponents do. It really gives you a massive advantage. So that's something I'm really going to try for, is to basically be able to use that advantage as much as possible. Again, we're going to try and kind of goad them into attacking my hero here. Oh, come on. I know these little guys want to attack me. Just a matter of convincing them, essentially. Let's see, can I hit them from here? No, I cannot. Okay, they need a little more encouragement, I guess. Well, that's just fine. We'll do a little bit of damage just to draw them in. Again, this might seem a little bit goofy as to why I'm being so cautious in these initial battles, but again, if you lose units at this point, it can really be pretty catastrophic for you, especially when you're unable to revive them like you can with a Necromancer. So there we go. Nothing to be too concerned about, although unfortunately our hero got stunned, which is going to be a bit of a pain for us here. Now, these wisps with their shocking can be extremely annoying to deal with, as you can see here. So I'm really going to have to make sure that my hero does not... Oh boy. This battle just went from me being relatively confident to being relatively not so confident, because we are going to probably lose. I think we'll be okay there. We've got to take these wisps out, but we could potentially lose our a unit here. I don't think they'll be able to kill anyone, but... Okay. Oof. But you can see how dangerous these wisps are, and of course now all these units are damaged, which I don't, as of yet, have the ability to heal them, so we're going to have to be really, really careful. So we're getting a flanking, so we'll get our hero the experience, because we want to try and get healing as fast as we can on our hero. This is kind of a new concept for me after having played as the Necromancer for so long, having to deal with units that have to heal over time, because heal undead, despite the fact that undead don't heal over time each unit, heal undead, you start with it, it's a very powerful ability. It gives you 25 health per use of it, and it happens passively every turn as well. So people kind of think, oh, Necromancer's healing is the problem, but I've actually found it to almost be the opposite, that healing is the strength of the Necromancer early. But let me know what you guys think. I think we'll grab that little bit of extra mana while we're walking by. And then, ooh, it would be great to get these production resources. Maybe get a building that we need. We're going to keep our unit there, protecting. We can start researching Prayer for the Hurt. That will be good. So we'll, sorry, not researching, but casting Prayer for the Hurt. So we'll start working on that, as we've now got enough mana and mana income. So I think we'll end our turn there. Reasonably successful turn, although unfortunately we took a little more damage than I would have liked, but this is definitely going to require me to be a little bit play in a different play style. So there's going to definitely be some adjustment that I'm going to have to make. Okay, and we've got a Necromancer circle there that we're going to have to deal with, so our city doesn't get devastated early by roving units. Okay, so here's our first city. I would like to go and make contact with them as soon as I can in order to basically... You know what? I am tempted to leave my throne unguarded here for a minute and basically use this unit, and then maybe I'll pull this unit back in the next turn. But I think I'm going to, because the amount of time it's going to take this unit to get down and around, I think it would actually be faster to basically send this unit down. Risky. It's a risky play, but we'll try it. If that bites me in the butt, well, so be it. Alright, so our units are beat up, but they're not... Remember, this unit has Undying, so we can use that to our advantage. So I think we'll actually press. I don't like sitting around when I could be battling. It's definitely something I'm not a big fan of doing. So we'll press here. And this is a risky battle for sure, because we've taken some damage and we don't want to risk losing anybody at this point in the game. Of course, that throw chicken is just so deadly. Fortunately, they hit Eridace there, so he can kind of tank the hit without too much concern, obviously. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that's a once per battle. Yes, so I'm not that worried about that coming back and being used against me once again. These Brew Brothers have the Cleaver attack, which can be pretty devastating. So I think we will move our foot guard in. We're going to leave again our hero there as kind of a sacrifice, if you will. Let's see, how close can they get? Okay, I'm gonna leave my units kind of as is. So I really don't want... I would like them to come in and attack my hero. Oh, and of course, fighting halflings, you always got to take into account that darn lucky, which is extremely annoying. So I think we're going to send in our cavalry to attack the Brew Brother here. Oh, and of course, lucky again. Boy, that is extremely annoying. Now, this farmer is going to be the biggest threat because we don't want it to take out our cavalry. I think we're going to have to use the foot guard to basically deal with the farmer. So what we'll do, we'll bring our outrider in as a flank here for these men-at-arms. And then we will... I think we'll... Let's see, how much does this do? Quite a bit. Okay, so how about Spirit? That'll do a fair bit too. So we'll back off here. We'll do 2 attacks. We'll hopefully get the kill. There we go. Okay, now we'll put our footmen in like this to block. And then we'll also, I think we'll maybe leave our halberdsmen back, so I don't want them dying. Now hopefully these guys will just engage. Oh, that's fine too, because of course he has Undying. Oh, those throw cleavers, that's not very nice. There we go, get the kill with our cavalry. Okay, now we just have to deal with these farmers here. So, I think we'll be able to basically... I keep forgetting I have this javelin throw, which is actually really nice. So why don't we move around behind and do that javelin throw. There we go. Wow, that was an effective attack. And then we'll do some damage with our hero. Nice. Okay, that went well. And again, we got our first level up there with our human cavalry. We got a shrine or a storehouse. I would like to get a storehouse. And I say that because mana income would be nice from that shrine, but when this city grows, which it will relatively shortly, especially now that I have a storehouse, we're going to get this mana node in our domain, so I'm not too concerned about that. We've also got some more mana laying around that I can go pick up, so I'm not really that concerned. Oh, geez. Now, I think I'm going to have to kind of chill and maybe not pursue another battle just yet and let these units heal up maybe a tiny bit more. Because it'd be a real shame to start losing units now so early in the game. Boy, the struggle is real when you have living units and before you have the ability to heal them very well. Obviously, as a Theocrat, that's going to be remedied fairly quickly, but okay. I suppose the other option is we come in and clear this out while we're waiting. Can we get over there? Oh, we can. Yes, we can. All right, why don't we do that, and then we can come back over. Because this battle will be easier than fighting these Draconians, I think. So let's do that. We can, again, we'll use our hero as a bit of a sacrifice. We can actually even use this guy in the battle if need be. Yeah. I am not too concerned here at this point with this battle. I think it will be just fine. Okay. So first things first, we're going to throw our hero in as a sacrificial lamb. We'll get our cavalry units in place to be able to charge if they need it. Back them up one more, I think. There we go. Get our hero involved, and we will get our other units in just to flank our hero. Now let's see if they take the bait. Well, once again, they're going to be a little bit stubborn here. So we'll move all our units up. Again, just keeping in mind that we want to keep our hero safe. Oh, okay. Interesting. I wasn't expecting that at all. Okay, we will... Can this unit even get over there to help? It can, okay. Let's go for the kill. Oh, and we got it. Thank goodness. We also got a level up. That's excellent. Okay, we'll use Castus here. We've got a level up for Castus. That's fantastic. I would like to get healing on Castus as soon as I can. So... Ooh, we could get Bestow Iron Heart. That would be great just to have healing. So let's see. Restores to outside combat. This ability will heal 15 among all valid units in the stack. I think we're going to start with that because we really want our units to be able to heal up. Don't want them being damaged more than is necessary. So we will end our second turn there. And we are going to hope that no roving unit attacks our throne city just yet. We're going to get this swordsman unit back. Okay, we dodged a bullet there. So our swordsman is back. Crisis averted. So now the question is, what do we do? I think what we'll do is we'll send this unit here, and then we'll do a little bit of scouting this way. Okay, so we've got a lot of structures we can go raiding. Again, I would like to get access to this city to start doing some diplomacy with it. So how far in can we go with our unit? Okay, so we're going to basically just have to go down the road. We could also alternatively go back this way, but I think I want to really press to the city. Now, this is a battle that's going to be quite challenging with some units that are going to be somewhat difficult to deal with. This air elemental, let's see. Fire weakness, it's got 100% shot protection. I think if we use... what about spirit? I don't think it has any spirit resistance. No. Okay. I think what we'll do is we'll come down this way with our units, and we will attempt to take this out. And again, we'll use that our acquired hero here as a Eridace. We'll use him as another kind of sacrifice, essentially, because of his... I think what we're actually going to do is we're gonna bestow Iron Heart on a unit just to get some extra health, maybe. as well, so why don't we heal our cavalry just to protect them a little bit more. And we'll throw our hero out. We could do a little bit of damage to this bird, I suppose. Okay, they do have a ranged attack, which I have to be cognizant of. And this bird has this wing beat ability, which it's probably going to use on this cluster that I'm going to have down here, I'm sure. So maybe that wasn't the most brilliant. Maybe I should have charged right in at it, but I suppose now we have to kind of live with this, so that's what we'll do. I want to protect my hero as much as possible. Of course, now this is going to be a wing beat opportunity here. Oh, no. Okay. Okay, well that worked out not so bad. Alright, we got to be smart about this now. So, we definitely want to hit this elemental with some magic, I think would be the smart move. We can kill off our the wisp here with one of these units. Keeping in mind, of course, that dam. So this is a bit of a risk, because if we roll low, then we're not killing the wisp. I think we're going to try it. Oh, okay, we got it. Thank goodness. Okay, now we can come in and deliver a flanking strike here to this Zephyr bird with our halberdsman. There we go. And then we can finish off the Zephyr bird here. There we go. Now, I think... There we go. Okay, we're going to come in and we're going to deliver a nice big attack here. There we go. And then that will allow me to rotate, deliver some damage. And I should actually be able to get the kill here. There we go. Okay. That was a pretty quality battle. Obviously, Eridace is not feeling so hot, but that's, once again, that's okay because he has Undying, so... Alright, so now I think this should be a path into the city, so hopefully we'll be able to get in there. So we'll move up. We'll keep exploring with this guy. So Eridace leveled up. What spells does he already have? Let's see. He has Magic Fist, okay. Might be nice with Eridace, because he's not leading a stack just yet. It might be nice to actually focus with him on just having some more magic at the moment. So I think that's what we'll do. And then later, as he levels up, and once this unit's better and I have some more units, I'll start worrying about magic affinity and charged army. And we'll do that. But for now, let's just kind of get him some more magic to be able to use those attacks. So we'll end our turn there. Take a quick drink here. Okay, so our spell is ready. Prayer for the Hurt. We're going to cast that spell. So the caster's units generate an additional +6 health each turn. So that's quite nice. Basically, they're going to heal faster every between my turns, so that's really, really nice. And you know what? I think we might as well do these battles as we're moving around here. So why don't we send this guy? The question is, do we want to go further down the road, or do we want to go this way? We already know there's some stuff over here, so maybe we'll keep going down south here. I suppose in that case we might as well bring him into the battle, because why not? So we'll initiate combat. I could let them run, but I actually want the battle experience, so we're going to go No Mercy. Something that people might not know is that as a Theocrat, you don't necessarily have to play a good alignment. You're free to play as a good alignment or a evil alignment. It's up to you based on how you want to play, and depending on your specializations. Might be kind of weird to think about it as like an evil Theocrat, but I suppose you could be an evil prophet of your chosen deity, so just something to keep in mind. So we'll actually give Eridace Iron Heart, because he's going to have to basically go in and be the sacrifice once again. So what are we dealing with? We're dealing with Spearman, Black Knight, and another Spearman. Okay, this should be a pretty reasonable battle, but again, we got to be really careful. We don't want to make any big mistakes yet, or well, hopefully at all, but especially not at this point in the game where we're still trying to build up our forces. So yeah, I think it was smart to put it on him and allow him to take up a little bit more damage, essentially. Thank goodness these orcs are, again, they have a little bit lower resistance to magic, so we're going to be able to do some pretty substantial damage, which is always good. There we go, 1 unit down. We'll get our foot soldiers in. Our cavalry. We'll actually throw our javelin here. There we go. And then we will... Now we have to be careful because these cavalry, I believe, are technically... Yeah, they have a pole arm, so they're actually really good against other cavalry, so I don't want to expose my cavalry to them unnecessarily. So, of course, I'm expecting them to come charging in, and there we go. And that's exactly what we wanted to happen. And now I can blast them with some magic damage here. And we can also hit them with a thrown javelin. And then bring in... Oh, my foot guard aren't going to get the kill, are they? Okay, we'll come around with the cavalry and do a nice flank attack. Now let's see if we go for the polearm attack. Probably won't get the kill. So the question is, do we move here and put my pikemen in defense mode rather than... I think maybe we'll do that. Of course, I forgot about this unit all the whole time. Yeah. And let's see how that goes. Now, these guys might sprint out of there, I'm expecting. Yep. Okay, that worked out. So we'll finish this unit off with our hero. Perfect. And then we'll use our cavalry, I think, basically to... We'll actually move them out of the way. So we can come on down with our outrider. Throw a spear. Oh, and just get the kill outright. Perfect. Okay, so that battle went pretty well, all things considered. So now we're gonna... I think we're gonna send our army in. Now, oh, you know what? The question though is maybe it'd be better to just send one unit in, make contact, and I can keep doing what I need to out here. Maybe we'll do that. I think we'll do that. Yeah, that's gonna be the plan. Because that wouldn't have mattered. It's gonna take one more turn anyway, so... And then, yeah, we can keep raiding these gold mines and stuff to keep getting experience out here. Okay. So we'll attack this gold mine. Some little frostlings that we got to take out. Oh, and I didn't even realize my hero has a level up, so we'll apply that when this battle is over. Oof. That ice ball. Now we got to be careful with these harpoon throwers. They could root my units in place, which I definitely do not want. Can I charge right in there? I can. And I think that's what we're actually going to do. But first, why don't we bestow Iron Heart. Send our foot guard in to deal with these marauders. Now the question is, do I want to... I don't want to get in too close to these harpoon throwers because I think that, yeah, that does count as a pole arm, so don't want to risk that any more than I have to. We'll do a little bit of damage. Charge right in. There we go. And then we'll just come in to protect the flank of our hero. I think we'll be okay here. Alright, that went pretty well. So now why don't we... Oh, this harpoon thrower unit kind of scares me just a bit, I won't lie. How are we doing for experience? Okay. don't really want to get my cavalry in there any more than I have to, so I think we'll just do this. That's interesting. I'm not sure why it's not showing that they can walk there, but I think we'll just do a bit of damage. And we will start moving our halberdsmen in. Alright, there we go. Let's see what happens. Okay, not a big deal there. So we'll move in, do some major damage, and hopefully get the kill. There we go. Excellent. Okay, so let's upgrade Castus the Unbroken here. So we've got a lot of options. We've got Chaplain, making our units happier. We've got Aura of Resistance, making them have higher resistance. Could have Sacred Arms, making our units do extra damage. Since we've got the ability to heal at this point... Hang on, did we... Oh, yeah, I was going to say, did we lose a unit? But this unit's just right here. Let me go back and we'll think about this a little more. So, these are all pretty good abilities, to be honest. The extra damage might be nice. Healing Aura. All units in the hero's army regenerate an additional 6 health each turn. We've already got the spell aiding with that, and we've got the Bestow Iron Heart helping, so I think we'll be okay there. So, I'd rather actually increase... I think I'm going to increase their damage to start. Then next time we'll increase their resistance. I think that'll be the plan. Okay. Ooh, now do we want to try... Oof, that's a little tough there. I'm not feeling so good about raiding that. It's a little early to be raiding this Ancient Ruins as well, so let's maybe just keep moving and see what else we've got. Now this is something we could definitely raid. This particular little bandit camp here. Brigand hideout, I should say. We're going to have to use Eridus, I think, to do some sacrificing. And of course, our units are still beat up, so we got to keep that in mind. We also have to remember that these units have sprint, which is extremely annoying. So first things first, we'll throw this on our sacrificial unit. Let's go in and break this obstacle. Do a bit of damage there. We'll get our foot guard in because they have the shield, which will make them a little bit more resilient. We'll get our halberdsmen in, partially obscured there. Alright, now let's see what happens here. I suspect this might... Oof, ouch. Ouch. Okay, fortunately he survived despite getting absolutely ravaged by those attacks there. I think we'll actually take out this particular unit to allow our other units to basically move in. So we'll send in our foot guard there. Our halberdsmen, unfortunately, are not going to be able to really get in there at this point. I think we'll move in like this. Just do a little bit of extra damage there. Send in our halberdier just to kind of draw maybe a bit of their fire, frankly. Do a little bit of damage there. Okay, now let's see what happens. They're probably going to kill off the hero. Yep, there we go. Okay, that worked out pretty well. And then we can get the finish here. There we go. Now we can basically go tie them up like this. And then come in and get the kill. Perfect. Okay. So we definitely took some damage, but all in all, not so bad. Oh, and we will definitely do this. Let's take that reward. Strong Will unit is immune to mind control effects and has 100% spirit protection. That might be nice to actually have for our main hero. Yeah, It's not a bad ability at all to have. We have a deep guard now. Actually, I think we will put it on this particular hero just because he's going in and getting damaged, so we don't want him any extra damage he cannot take will kind of the meat shield aspect of this hero will kind of be improved by having more defense against other elemental attacks. So this is great. Now we have another unit. That's going to be helpful, very helpful, especially if we want to eventually split this army. And now here's a question. Can I get into their domain almost and maybe introduce myself to this city with this guy? Let's see. Ooh, big strong unit there. Oh, we've got an underground portal. Well, I'll send him down there just to do a little scout. Okay, so we know we've got underground under us. Okay. Well, that's excellent that we got that dwarf. It's going to be very helpful. Now the question is, where do I send this unit? I don't think I'm super happy with the idea of risking them doing battle with this unit just yet, so I don't think I want to do that. And I don't want them getting super far away from my capital in case anything bad happens, and especially this city's probably going to eventually have quests and things they want me to do. So I want to stay in the general vicinity. So maybe I'll start. I think I'll leave. Let's see, how much further can we go in one turn? Well, nowhere really. So maybe we will go back to the road at least. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we produced our builder's hall. We do have negative mana income, so we want to eventually work on that. But of course, the city's going to grow in 4 turns, and we're going to get this mana node, so I'm not that concerned about that, frankly. I think we'll start on the siege workshop here. And our dwarf is going to chill there. Now, there's nothing else. And we're going to want to cast this eventually to improve the amount of mana, and I'll also get some extra research from having these mana nodes in our domain. So we'll end our turn there. I hear some movement. Oh, nice. Okay, so our hero leveled up once again. You know, this might be nice to just have a healing ability. Let's see what else. Yeah. What else do we got for him? Yeah, I think we're gonna maybe do that just to be able to heal our units if in an emergency, because we don't want anybody dying. So we'll take harmonizing energy. Okay, so why don't we meet this unit? Okay, so we want to know when they're ready to talk. So we're going to make friends with them, I think, as they are a human city, of course. We want them to be our friend. So now we'll do some extra scouting with this guy. We'll go back over this way. It might be nice to actually, yeah, sweep up that way. Now, I had mentioned that I was afraid of this battle, and I still kind of am, but I am pretty tempted to try it out, honestly. This little dwarf, maybe we do a little bit more scouting around this human city here. Oh, we've got some battles we could do here. Well, yeah, I don't want to get too far away from the city if they're going to start having quests for me to do. So I think, yeah, you know what? We're gonna bite the bullet. We're gonna start heading over this way. There we go. And then how's our city doing for growth? Are we 3 away? We are 3 away. Okay. So yeah, we'll be fine for mana. Not too concerned about that at this point. We'll have to deal with this relatively soon because I don't want... Actually, yeah, so we'll sweep up and around, and then we can hopefully get up to this to clear it, because I don't want that... I don't want my throne city being destroyed by that. That would be very depressing. You know, and to that note, I might want to send this unit back up there pretty soon. But I think first we'll do a little bit of extra scouting. Yeah, we'll send him back. But, okay, now we know kind of what's over there a little bit. So let's do our next set of research here. So we improved our ability to generate units with that new summonable cherub. The next thing we want to do, I think, is start upgrading our units a bit. So this is going to improve our infantry and our cavalry. We're going to be relying on cavalry, I think, with those knights. So why don't we start working on this? And yeah, this is much too strong for us to attack just yet, so we're going to go around and deal with this here. We could even bring our dwarf into the battle if need be, although I don't think we really need him. So we'll initiate this battle. Take out some frostlings. Oh, and it looks like they have a quest for me, so that's perfect. Thank goodness we resisted that. It's never fun when you get frozen, especially the unit I need to send in there. So you can see how just, oh, that's so fantastic. These units have all healed really, really well thanks to that ability, so that's not something we really need to be that concerned about. I think we are going to just charge right in there pretty much, so let's do some damage to these ice scrapers and then kill them off. And then I'm assuming this is just going to devastate my hero, which is perfectly fine at this point, honestly. Now, it would be great to take out these little ice scrapers or the harpoon throwers, but of course, they do have pole arms, so I got to be careful about that. Yeah, it would be really great to just come in and charge and try and really do some major damage to them. Of course, this unit can't really make it in. I think maybe what we'll do is we'll do something like this, where we come in, we get close enough. We'll go one more step. We do some major damage to the harpoon thrower. There we go. And then we bring our cavalry in like this. And we're going to put our guys in defense at that point. Okay, there we go. Ooh, that's kind of unfortunate, but not the end of the world. So we'll use our infantry to deal with the harpoon throwers. And we got to make sure we take out these royal guards. So let's see what kind of damage can we do. That's pretty good, actually. Maybe we'll step up. There we go. That's nice. And of course, they explode when they die. We always have to remember that. So I think I'm going to throw my halberdsmen here. Now this hero is reviving shortly, and I don't know if that's... Oh, I didn't even realize I had stone skin as a... Interesting. Boy, that's actually... I hope when he comes back he doesn't get killed by this. Jeez, that might actually have been a really bad decision on my part there. There's nothing I can do about it. We may lose that hero, now that I think about it. Jeez. Although I think he's going to get to move before he comes back, so... Let's see what happens. Yeah, okay, we're alright. Oh, I think that actually destroyed him, potentially. Well, I mean, if we lost him, we lost him, but that'd be really unfortunate if that's the case. I guess we'll see when the battle ends. I didn't realize that explosion would do that. Nope, okay, he's alright. It just kind of wipes out the... It wiped out the little spawning location. Kind of gave me a bit of a heart attack there for a second. Okay, so that was a pretty good battle. And we have the option to recruit some units if need be, but we don't have a ton of gold, so we're not going to do that at this point. Okay, let's upgrade our leader, and then we will address the quest. So... at this point, I think having a little bit more resistance would probably be a good thing. So we'll do that. And you know what? We actually can do chaplain as well. That would be pretty useful, I think, at this point. So you know what? We'll do that as well. There we go. Okay, so our stack is going to be very happy and healthy at this point, I think. Alright, let's see what the town's quest is. Tell me more about the quest. End the terror at the mine. We will accept that. So we'll try and get our unit up and around and into the city and deal with the threat. And in the meantime, maybe we will do a little more scouting, perhaps, with this dwarf unit. Again, this unit's going back to the throne, hopefully in time. You know, I wouldn't mind actually starting to get one of these cherubs as well, just in case, you know, bad things start happening around here, and then also to have another really highly mobile scout unit. So I could go scout underground, I suppose, with my dwarf, but that, you know, he'll probably get killed if I do that. So yeah, I think we'll send him back. We'll send him back to the throne city, I think. Yeah, I want to play this safe. I don't want to risk anything too crazy, so we'll do that. All right, let's end our turn there. So let's see what happens here. So okay, so no threat to our city. I was kind of expecting maybe a roving unit to start rolling in, but fortunately that hasn't happened yet. So we're moving on back. We could even, before we go back, we could go explore over here maybe a little bit. That might be worth doing. So let's get our dwarf on the way home. There we go. So we've got this cherub now. You know, and it might be nice to summon the cherub up here so we could go... Maybe the cherub can go scouting and this unit will just send back. That's probably a better plan. So we'll send the cherub over here. Okay, there's another thing we need to go clear out, so we don't want that brigand hideout. We'll just keep looking. Oh, and look at this. Another city. Open borders and a peace treaty. Sure. We'll take that. Maybe we'll get a quest from them. Yeah, all the better since we've got these two structures here around us. So all the better that we protect our lands, I think. I suppose we are starting now to hemorrhage mana just a little bit. So maybe we'll... Let's see, how long till we grow? 1 turn. So you know what? Let's start doing transform to earth node because we want to transform this mana node over to an earth node once we've expanded our domain. So we'll start doing that. We've successfully produced our siege workshop. Fortunately, we don't quite have enough gold for a master's guild. Public baths might be kind of nice. We could do a stone wall actually and give us more domain, have more mana income. That might be kind of nice. Could also just build the shrine for more mana income. I think maybe we'll do that. And then we'll try and do the Master's Guild after that, just because we don't want our mana to be drained too much. Okay, so why don't we figure out the best way to get into this city here? So it looks like we can just come in this way. So I think that's what we'll do. And there we go. We got some kobolds and some dread spider baby. Were I an archdruid, I would want to recruit this guy at this point in the game and then try and evolve him later, but alright, so we're going to end our turn there. I would like to get convert on my Theocrat hero and then be able to try and recruit units that way in sort of the same way I was trying to do with my necromancer. Ooh, a hero offer. Another Theocrat. You know what? I would like that, I think. Now that's a pretty hefty gold price, so we're going to have to drum up some funds here to keep our buildings going. But let's take a quick peek at her talents. Spirit Breath. Wow. Yeah, we are taking this hero for sure. And of course, her name, Esha the Dragon, that's because of that Spirit Breath, I'm assuming. She's dedicated to good. I didn't notice that, but I think, you know what, once we make friends with all these cities and stuff, I think we will probably end up being good as well, so I'm not too concerned. Her morale is going to be just fine. And you know what? We're going to actually probably have enough with her. We could maybe even build up a little army and go and deal with some of these brigands, which might be kind of nice to do. So why don't we, let's do a little more exploring up here. Come down a bit. Okay. So we can figure out what we want with her. I think we'll also do Bestow Iron Heart as a starter, just to keep our units healthy. So now we have to decide. We've got the shrine, now we don't have a lot of money, so let's see, maybe if we finish this quest, that will help us. And there's a hasteberry pit there, so we can, or a bush, I should say, we can take advantage. We could also try raiding one of these ancient ruins for some extra money, which I think we're now probably strong enough to do. So let's take out these monsters that are plaguing the city. And I believe there was a little bit of a... I can't remember what the reward for this quest was, but we'll have to see when we're done. So we'll just start bombing these units a bit. Now, obviously, we want to watch out for the webbing ability of the spiders here. So I think we'll basically just put our foot guard in, our halberdsmen in to protect a little bit. Cavalry we could charge in and kill, but I don't really want to get that overexposed, so I think we'll just hold off on that. Do some damage to the spiders, because again, they are not super fun to deal with. Alright, now let them come. Okay, that was the big question mark there, was can we resist the web? So we did. And things are just fine now at this point, essentially. Oops, I didn't realize they were in defense mode. My bad. It's a little bit of a mistake there, but that's okay. I think we'll be just fine. So now we want to kill off these spider babies for sure, because we don't want any more risk of that. And with our other units here, we will do as much damage to these kobold units as we can. I don't want my hero having to deal with them, so I think we'll just finish them off that way. And put our pikemen in front. Actually, can we, if we move over one more? Yeah, there we go. Our foot guard can be protecting everybody. There we go. And we'll use, assuming they don't die here. Oh, and they did. I was going to suggest, had they not died, I could have dropped a heal before the battle ended, but that's okay. We really didn't take much for damage. Okay, so we'll get a peace treaty and a crossbowman, or we can sell for extra gold. You know what, at this point I would like the extra unit, so I'll take that. And we'll send, I think we'll send our extra unit up north, back to our city, where we'll build another army for this, this Theocrat to use, and then we can go and take out this over there. But with this army here, it would be nice to take out this particular structure. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to have... do we have any items yet? I don't think we've... Oh, yeah, we did get one with... We got this. It's not going to be worth very much to sell. Let's just see how much that's worth. No. So, we may just have to hold off on production for a bit. But before we do that, before we start making those decisions, let's see, can we make it... We're going to have to probably use the hasteberries, go up there, and then go over there, I think, is what we'll do. So, we'll use the hasteberries. We'll go to the ancient ruin. We're going to enter it. This will be a really challenging battle, mostly because of this ogre here. And we've now got a silver medal, so keep going. We can get a tier 3 knight. And we've got hunter spider babies with phase that could web us. That's going to be the real challenge, is dealing with them. But we can use our hero as a sacrifice. I think we'll be okay. We're going to give it a try. But I really don't want to lose anybody, because at this point that would be a real bummer. We also have to deal with the fact that we're cursed. I'm so used to being undead and not having that even bother me, but I have to obviously remember that that's now an issue. So we'll heal our cavalry. Again, we're going to throw our hero right into the mix, I think. Maybe even cast a spell. Actually, we don't want to use up our magic, of course. We don't have a good income of that just yet. We'll wait another bit for that. We'll throw our foot guard in, because they've been doing a pretty good job of sort of being tanky. We'll get our cavalry in the picture, but we don't want them getting too involved. You know what, maybe we'll even just throw our hero right there. Again, he's gonna die. That's it's a foregone conclusion, but oh wow, okay, they didn't attack. Stone skin. I'm kind of tempted to actually use this ability. It's only 8 mana, so kind of want to throw it on our hero here and just kind of have him be the massive tank unit. Now, of course, he could get attacked by those darn spiders, which would be really unfortunate, or webbed or whatever. But let's give her a try. I think we'll do it. We'll see. This might end up being a bad use of the spell, but let's try it. Okay, so we got stone skin on him. We're going to just put him in defense mode, I think. And we're going to leave our other units out here as kind of backup, basically. We want to draw them in and then be able to take them out. So let's see what happens. Oh, okay. Okay, we resisted. That's good. We resisted again. That's perfect. Okay, he did his job. He tanked the hits. That's exactly what we needed him to do. So now we can come in and try and finish off these. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Come in, mess those boars up real nice. And then can we come in and get the kill? We'll be really close. Does he have any movement left? No, he doesn't. You know what? Just on the to give us insurance, we're going to send our halberdsman in, I think. Yeah. We're going to send our halberdsman in here. We're going to charge right in. Oof. Ouch. Okay, there we go. I wanted to make damn sure we got that kill. And now I kind of forgot all about this side, but don't want to leave our hero leave him hanging, so we'll do that. There we go. I think we're just fine. He actually managed to survive. So now, it's actually almost nice if he goes down, because then he gets his health back, but I think we won't worry about that. I do want to get some experience with our Outrider, but I also want to get some experience with our hero, but he's already leveled up this battle, so let's, why don't we come on over, do that. How close are we? No, he's already leveled up. And then, you know what? Let's get some more experience with this cavalry unit. We'll get the kill. There we go. So that was a nice battle. I had to be kind of careful, but all in all, went pretty well. It would be nice to get this extra research, but I want gold right now, so I'm going to sell it. And then we're going to... Ooh, a wraith. Okay. We are going to go back to our throne, and now we can actually build something that's going to be a little bit more helpful for us. So why don't we... Public baths would be kind of nice. Get our happiness a bit higher. A little bit more production and gold income. I really want this Master's Guild, though. So let's see. We can go over here. We're going to do this, I think. We're going to... What are we fighting? Lost Souls and a Wraith. Yeah, not too bad. So we've got the ability to do elemental damage, so I'm not too concerned. Okay, let's give this a try. We'll see how this goes. And of course, my hero leveled up, and I forgot to apply it. I gotta make sure I don't do that in the future, because some of the abilities I get could actually influence the battle that we're about to do. Okay, so we don't have to worry about ranged attacks, which is nice. So we will, and of course I have spirit damage, which is going to be very useful, and my units do a little bit of spirit damage thanks to that upgrade from my hero. Again, we're going to use him as a sacrifice for sure. There we go, doing some big damage. I don't want to get this Outrider too involved here. Let's see, what do we got from movement? Okay, so they're gonna, yeah. We'll stop there. Let's see what happens. Okay, nothing too crazy there. That was good. Went about as well as we could have expected. Now we have the opportunity to just do some big damage with our magic and kill off this Wraith, I think. Yes. Then we can go engage this lost soul. Oh, wow. So, that was a relatively easy battle, actually. Once again, I think we are going to just sell that because we want the extra gold income to start working on our Master's Guild. There we go. So, that was a nice way to drum up some extra funds. For this level up, level 5... Monster Slayer, Undead Slayer. Touch of Faith is actually kind of a nice ability. Might be nice to get. I don't think we need Healing Aura. As I said, we got that spell running. That would be pretty good if we're up against any elemental damage. I think we'll take Touch of Faith. There we go. Now, let's send this unit back. Crossbowman. We'll group up our stack here. We can also upgrade this hero. Arades. I think we will start to now kind of focus on improving his ability to protect, or to maintain the stack, because he's going to have an army eventually, so we'll send this dwarf up. Again, we actually have a decent little army building for this hero. We still have our cherub over here, which I can bring back and add to the army. So I think we are going to end our turn here, but all in all, we've done pretty well so far. This has been a pretty good start. So we will call this one, once this loads, of course. Anytime now. There we go. So that was from our Necromancer game. We'll call this Human Theocrat 1v2. We'll actually call it Episode 1. Human Theocrat 1v2 Episode 1. There we go. So as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for the next one.